What's going on, everybody? Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to my January 2020 Blu Ray update. Yeah, my very first official Blu Ray update for 2020. All my pickups for January. We got 19 this month. We got a DC Marvel, we got a Disney, we got a stack of A to Z, a couple steelbooks, a series, few horror, and one Scream Factory. Which is an IFC Midnight, I believe. So, nice little variety of titles in the month of January. So, as usual, though, we do have some cool stuff. I cannot wait to share with you guys. So, being such a small update, we should be able to get through it very, very quick. So, let's quit talking and get right into the update. All right, I don't think I've ever started with Scream Factories, but we're going to do that this month because we got one Scream Factory. It's not a collector edition. It's just a new IFC Midnight title that came out in January that actually got sold in-store at Best Buy. So it looked like a cool title. I thought I'd pick it up for the Scream Factory collection. A movie called Trespassers. Haven't watched this movie yet, but it sounds pretty neat. Maybe you guys can see that there. It's always blurry. Hopefully you can, but... yeah, I mean, not just simply for the fact that it's Scream Factory, but it just sounds like a cool movie in general. So I figured, you know what? I like collecting IFC Midnights for Scream Factory, so it was cheap. Picked it up. All right, that takes us into horror titles. First one I'm going to show you here is the only one without a slip. I found this over at Half Price Books, and I was pretty happy to pick this up because it's a really cool horror movie that I've been wanting to get for a while. And I actually happened to find the double feature for this with the second one. But that is the double feature of Hollow Man 1 and 2. Now, I've never seen the second one. Christian Slater's in it. Don't know if it's good or not. You guys let me know down below. But the first movie is really, really cool. And I actually got a chance to watch it with my parents because I hadn't seen it in so long. And I really wanted to see it. Kind of a cool movie. Kind of creepy in a way, but it's got a really good cast. Josh Brolin, I forgot that he was in it. Elizabeth Shue, and then of course Kevin Bacon. So, but like I said, I've never seen part 2. I'll watch it at some point, but really happy to find this double feature over at Half Price Books. Takes us to the horror with the slips. First one up is a movie called Countdown. I did watch this movie with my son. It's not as good as I hoped it would be. The concept for this movie just sounded really intriguing to me. Basically about this, this app you download on your phone, and it basically tells you how much time you have left to live. And it kind of had a Final Destination feel vibe to it, but there were some things about it I didn't really like. It's got some like supernatural elements to it that I didn't really like. I wanted to be a little bit more realistic. I know it makes no sense considering that how could you have an app that tells you when you're going to die, but I didn't want like any kind of supernatural elements in this movie. I wanted it to be just pretty straightforward, and there was. And overall it was enjoyable, but I was hoping to be a lot better, but it was still pretty cool. It's worth checking out. Next up, we got The Gallows here. I've been wanting to get this ever since it came out, and I came across it with a slip at Half Price Books, and it was like $5. And then I find out that people are finding it with slip at the Dollar Tree, brand new. So I was kind of disappointed when I found that out, because I actually found that out the same day I bought it. I've never seen it, but I've heard mixed things about it. I don't really expect it to be like the greatest movie, but I think it's like a found footage movie, and the second one just came out a few months ago. And I've been trying to get my hands on that one. I can't seem to find it. I might end up ordering that. But I'm going to watch this one first, and we'll see how good it is. But it was cheap. And last, for the horror pickups, we got the 4K of Zombieland Double Tap. I really like the first movie. I caught bits and pieces of this the other day. Haven't watched the whole thing. I will soon. But I love Woody Harrelson, and I thought he was really good in the first movie. And I'm excited that they made a sequel because the first one was a fun movie, so I'm sure this will be just as good. So we'll get to it. Okay, so for my DC Marvel category, we got one, and it is DC, and that is the 4K of Joker. So I didn't see this in the theater. I really wanted to. So when I bought this the day it came out, I rushed home and threw it in. And I mean, this is what I'll say about it right there. Masterpiece. This movie was phenomenal, you guys. You know, the Joker character is such it's a funny thing because like, you know, every time a new actor is portraying the Joker, you don't think that they're going to outdo it, you know, fill this person's shoes correctly. Starting with, you know, way back in the day with Cesar Romero and then Jack Nicholson, of course Heath Ledger. Then you got Jared Leto thrown in there. A lot of people don't really like his Joker, but then I find out that Joaquin Phoenix is going to play the Joker, and I'm just like, oh my god. I mean, I mean, I knew he would nail it the day they made the announcement that they cast him in the role. It's a really different movie for DC. It's a really different movie for superhero movies in general. I mean, I know it's not like a superhero movie, but if you just put it in that category of superhero characters, it's very different, very dark. I enjoyed the shit out of it. That's all I'm going to say, you guys. It was so good, so perfect of a movie. It couldn't have been any better. Very curious to know how, like, they're going to continue. I've heard that they're thinking about doing another one. I heard that they are not, but it did so well, I wouldn't blame them if they did. Watch this movie, you guys. It is so, so freaking good. So I got one pickup for series, and that is the second and final season of Krypton. I haven't watched these shows. I pretty much haven't barely watched any of these kind of series for DC. But I collect them all just for the day I get around to beginning to watch them. But this sounds like a really cool series. It's supposed to be based on Superman's grandfather, so it's like way, way back in the day. But, you know, I had to grab it for the collection because I get all of them, so I cannot wait till I actually start watching all these series. Takes us to Disney. We got one that is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. You guys know me. I get everything and anything Disney. I picked up the 4K edition of this. I'm trying to convert Disney over to 4K, but got so many other things going on. It's hard to keep up, but I decided that from now on I'll just start buying 4K on everything Disney that comes out as I start replacing all the old ones. But I haven't seen it. I mean, I've never even seen the first one. Jess watched this and said it wasn't as good as the first one. She said she was a little bored with it. I don't know, but you know me and Disney, gotta collect everything. Takes us to A to Z titles, and I got the most of A to Z in this update. Looks like 7. First and foremost, we're going to do the Amarais. Finally found European Vacation out in the wild to complete my vacation franchise. Now I got them all. It's definitely my least favorite in the series, but you got to have them all just to complete it. So it was a few bucks. Found it over at Half Price Books. Happy to have it. Okay, next up, you guys. You've seen the unboxing of this, but that takes us to Bedazzled. My buddy Craig got this for me. I'm sure a lot of you know it's super out of print. I've seen it, you know, selling for over 100. My buddy Craig found a seller on Facebook that had it. Gave Craig a really good deal, and Craig sent it to me as a surprise. Been trying to find this for so long. I know it's not like, you know, a super, super good movie, but I enjoy it. It's funny. I've wanted it on Blu Ray forever, but I never want to pay that extreme out of print price. And my buddy Greg really hooked me up. So, one last time, Greg, thank you so much. I'm so happy to have this movie finally in my collection. Takes us to slipcovers. First up, here's a movie called Harriet. Jess picked this up. She's been bugging me like every day since we got it to watch it, and I've been watching other things, but I will watch this with her very, very soon. You know, based on the life of Harriet Tubman, and Jess is really into this kind of stuff. I'm into biopics too, but I think this one's a little bit old school for me. But I'm still interested in seeing it. So Jess and I will get to this very, very soon. Takes us to Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I haven't seen it yet, but I am a fan of the old movie. I've been a fan of these two characters for a while. I wouldn't call myself a huge Jay and Silent Bob fan, but a big enough fan to own the movies. Like I said, I have the old one. I haven't watched this yet. They call it Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I don't really know like exactly what it is. If it's like a sequel to the last one, or if it's just like a whole new movie. But either way, I'm happy to have it. I'll get around to it soon. Next up, we got the brand new animated edition of The Addams Family. I'm pretty sure the kids watched this already, but I haven't. I will definitely get to this soon. I'm a big fan of the old school TV show and the movies. So and this looks like a lot of fun. So next here we got Gemini Man with Will Smith. I've heard a lot of mixed stuff about this, you guys, but I like Will Smith movies. This one looked to be kind of interesting. So I grabbed it for the hell of it. I didn't get the 4K. I probably should have, but just grabbed the Blu Ray of it. But either way, it's a movie that I'm sure I'll watch very soon with my parents one of these nights coming up here. So yeah. Last up here for my A to Z titles, we got the 4K of Terminator Dark Fate, most recent installment in the Terminator franchise. And I gotta say, I enjoyed the hell out of it, you guys. It's supposed to be a direct sequel to 1 and 2, ignoring 3, 4, and 5. And I think that's why I really liked it, because I'm not a super big fan of 3, 4, and 5. I 1 and 2, in my opinion, are the best. And to get like a new sequel that continues from where they left off was kind of a cool idea. But either way, a lot of references to the first two movies. It was cool. I think the character of Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, that storyline to fit him into the movie was kind of weird. But other than that, it was a cool movie. Special effects were just mind blowing in this movie. And yeah, I mean, overall, I enjoyed the hell of it. I really have no complaints with this movie. So if you've heard bad things about it, at least give it a shot. So that takes us to the last and final category. We're going to end with steelbooks. First one up here is the latest steelbook in the Scream Factory line, and that is the Slumber Party Massacre. Again, badass art. I love all the art on every one of these Scream Factories, you guys. They're just so freaking cool. But there's the front, back, spine is always the same, just the white text. And then the inside is always just a quote from the movie. Next up is a steelbook that I've been after for so long. I seen it at my Half Price Books last year sometime, and I didn't get it. I just didn't think I had enough money on me at the time is the reason why. And then when I went back, like a couple days later, it was gone. Well, the same Half Price Books got another copy in, and when I seen it, I just grabbed it, you guys. And that is the steelbook for the Evil Dead remake. Love the artwork on this, and this was the final one I needed for the Evil Dead franchise. As you can see down the bottom here, they got, where they have the sticker at Half Price Books. It's all sticky here. I gotta try to get that off. It just pisses me off. But there's the front. Love the back here. There's a spine, and then the inside. But I am so happy I finally found this, you guys. Alright, and the final pickup for this update, that is the steelbook for Joker. And this, of course, is the 4K steelbook. Love it. It's a glossy steelbook. They had a lot of editions of this movie, a bunch of different covers and whatnot, and I really like this one a lot. But there's the front. Check out the back. I love that scene of the movie. Spine, like it how it's up and down. That's kind of different. And then here's the inside. Him putting his makeup on. God, just loved this movie so much, you guys. If you haven't seen this yet, you gotta see it. Alright, that'll do it for this Blu-ray update. All my pickups for the month of January. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So far for February, we're a little under that right now. I think we got about 15 so far for February, so it might end up being a little bit more than this than January's update, but we'll just have to wait and see. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button down below. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the pickups. Did you guys pick up any of those titles? Share the video around. Subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.